Hi, welcome back to Diamonds Living Lovely, and today I have a first impressions videos today. In my last haul, you may have seen it, and if you haven't, I featured this Diorskin Air Flash spray foundation, and this is something that I've never tried before. I've never tried a spray foundation before, so I'm like super duper excited about this. And if you see me looking down from time to time, it's because I'm making sure that I'm in frame and everything. I have a little monitor down here. So anywho, I'm super excited about trying this because I've never tried anything like this before in life. So yeah, I'm super duper excited. So yeah, let's get started with the tutorial. Just gonna pop the cap off right here, and I will be using it with my BH Cosmetics brush kit. Today I'll be using these brushes right here to complete my makeup, and I think I'm gonna use this flat top buffer brush right here, and this is the number 2 brush in this kit, and you can pick up these. They're still available at the BH Cosmetics website, and I'll have them linked below if you want to check them out. So in the store, lady told me you just shake really well before each application. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, as you can see, my face is already prepped and ready to go. I've color corrected and everything. So I am all set. I've also done my eyebrows and prepped my lips and my eyelids because I'm going to be doing another tutorial after this one with the look. So now I'm going to spray my brush and start to apply this to my face. I'm going to use my monitor right here to help me see what I'm doing. So far, I like it, but we'll see how this goes. And I'm actually going to get a mirror so I can get a better look. It gives a really nice sheer foundation application, which I like, especially on those hot summer days where you don't want a whole lot of makeup on your face. So I definitely like that. Feels very lightweight. It looks really luminous too. It's really pretty. Really like how this is applying. Yeah, that applied really nicely. Okay, let's move on to the rest of the face. I see that it does take time and the coverage is buildable. So I do like that. It's very lightweight. Like you feel like you have absolutely nothing on your face. I really like that. Blends into the skin really well. And this is the perfect color for me. This is number 500. I don't know if it has a name, but this is number 500, yeah. And I picked this up at Macy's to let you know, in case you want to pick one up for yourself. You can pick it up at Macy's. And Macy's has a point system. I am going to put it over my eyelids as well. Not a whole lot over my eyelids, but I'm really liking how this is applying. Oh my gosh, it looks really good. I might have to get me another bottle. But this is super awesome. I really like this. So basically, I'm just going to keep going with my face, go all the way around, making sure to cover up all that color correction that I did. Please excuse the noises in the background. I'm going to go over my lips because I will be applying lipstick to my lips later. So I'm just going to mute out that color, that natural color of your lips. You want to mute that out before you apply your lipstick. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just using patting motions. So I'm just lightly buffing it into the skin. And being very gentle. It has a nice finish to it. It has a nice glow, I see. It looks really natural. So that's what I like about it. It's very natural looking. The one thing I would say though is make sure you're using it in a place where you're not going to be spraying your furniture, or you can't. So when you're spraying it, make sure you're spraying it out and you're not getting it on anything. Because yeah, it's getting all over my hand. And if I was in my room, it would be like all over my dresser and my makeup tray and my perfume and stuff. So just make sure in an area where you won't get it all over your things. But I really like the finish of this a lot. But of course, since I always set my makeup with a powder, I'm going to do that because that's how I would be wearing it. And I want to see how it wears typically the way I would be using it. You know what I mean? If you're always going to set it with the powder, then you should, you know, when you test it out, you should set it with the powder, because you may not like it with the powder. So if you test it out with the powder, then you'll find that out. You know what I mean? Beforehand. But I think that thus far it looks very natural. It gives a really light, luminous finish to the skin. Really nice. Doesn't make me look too oily or anything like that. The coverage is definitely buildable. It's a really nice foundation. I love the way it feels on my skin. I can't even tell I have anything on. It's awesome. So I'm just going to dust a bit of powder over my entire face. And I will be using, of course, the famous Laura Mercier. And this is her translucent powder. This is my favorite finishing powder ever. It's so finely milled. It just works perfectly to set the face. I just absolutely love this powder. I'm going to use my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to dust it a little bit. And I'm not going to use any under eye concealer today because I want to see how the foundation wears on its own without any extra product. All I'm going to do is put on a little blush and a little contour. So I'm going to contour very lightly using my NARS palette right here, and this is in Gehenna. You can see that. And I'm going to be using this angled brush to contour with. Only going to use powder products on top of the foundation because I really want to see how the foundation wears with just powder. Ooh, that was a lot. Let me blend that out. Gotta make sure you don't pick up too much with these brushes. Ooh, child. Okay, hey, so I'm back. My camera had too much footage on it, so I had to go and delete some things, and I'm back. But I didn't even know it had stopped filming, so what you did not see was me contouring my face, and hopefully, I don't know where I stopped, but I was telling you that I'm using my NARS Gehenna palette. I use this lighter shade to contour my nose. I use the darker shade to contour my cheeks, my temples, and just under my chin. And then I also use my Wet n Wild Fergie palette, and this one is in Hollywood Boulevard, and I use this to highlight my cheekbones down the bridge of my nose, and that's it. I didn't highlight my cupid's bow or my chin or anything like that. And yeah, so that is all I have done thus far. Right now I'm about to go ahead and put on a little blush, and I'll be using my Milani powder blush in Romantic Rose. And I'm going to go ahead and use this soft brush right here. This is more so of a contour brush, but it's really soft, so I want to use it for my my blush, because I want to be really precise with it. So, and I don't want to use a whole lot of blush, so at least not today. I don't. Just a little bit, just to give it just a flush of color. Like I'm blushing. Just want to get that blushed look going. Please ignore the ringing in the background. It's my alarm going off. I have to reset it so it doesn't do that. As you can see, I'm in a new location. I'm actually downstairs in my home as opposed to in my room as usual. Okay, now I got that Ronald McDonald flush going on. Just gonna blend that out. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do to the face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes and my lips, and I'll be back to show you what it's going to look like before I go out for the day. And then at the end of the day, I'm gonna come back and quickly, very briefly, show you what has happened to my face. I will not blot, I will not apply extra powder or anything like that, because I want you to see exactly what happened to my face throughout the day. Oh, one last thing I want to do is kind of just spray it with some Fix Plus. So let me do that. I grabbed the wrong thing. It doesn't even have a mirror on that compact, but just spraying my face all over so I can get that dewy set look. And yeah, so that's it, and I will be back to show you what it looks like after all this has dried and before I go out for the day. Now when I come back, my eyes will be done and my lips. But anyways, I'll be back. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the finished look. This is how I will be going out, spending my day. I just put a neutral look on the lips as well as a neutral look on the eye with some heavy eyeliner. And yeah, that is all. So I will report back and let you know how the makeup wore, and you'll be able to see whether it got oily, if it's separated, and all that jazz. And yeah, so I will be back in about, I don't know, 8 hours or so, and I'll probably be in a different location. So I will see you next time. And yeah, bye for now. Mwah. Hey, I'm back, and it's been about 6 or 7 hours, give or take a few minutes. And as you can see, I've gotten oily in my T-zone, but this foundation does not advertise to be a mattifying foundation or anything like that, but it is very lightweight. I don't feel like I have anything on. It's easy to apply. It's medium coverage, but it is buildable, and I think this foundation is really good. I would say for all skin types, but of course for us oily girls, I recommend blotting and reapplying a little powder throughout the day to ensure that you have that matte look that we love so much. And yeah, you can always freshen up your makeup with a little bit of Fix Plus. And so that is what you're going to need to make this foundation work for you. And again, this is the Diorskin Air Flash Spray Foundation. So I like the packaging. It's just, it looks like a spray can, your basic spray can, some you would spray on the wall with if you were a tagger. You have to make sure that you shake it up really good. I do like the coverage, and I do like how it goes on. I love the wear of it, if that makes any sense. I like how I don't feel like I have anything on during the day. And it's a really good foundation. However, I feel like it's not mattifying enough for me during the summertime when it's hot and humid. So what I would do is, like I said, blot throughout the day and, you know, reapply my powder, and of course set it with the Fix Plus. Fix Plus, by the way, is not a setting spray, but what it does is it takes away that powdery look of your foundation. After you've applied powder, you don't want it to look cakey, so the Fix Plus takes away that cakiness. So it's amazing for that, and I love it. But yeah, I really like this foundation, besides the fact that I got really oily in my T-zone, and I did not blot in the past 7 hours, and this is what has happened. So yeah, I'm just a really oily person. This may not happen to you if you have I'm tripping all over myself. If you have normal to dry skin, then this foundation will be fabulous for you. It will be absolutely marvelous because you won't need to touch up or anything like that, and it will be super lightweight. You won't feel like you have anything on. It'll give a really nice finish to the skin, and it'll be just perfect. But for oily girls, we have to do a little bit more work, but that is okay, because that's just what we gotta do, you know. Sometimes you just have to be like, you know, I'm gonna do what I have to do until I'm able to do what I want to do. But I do think there are better foundations out there for oily skin. This is not one of them. However, they do not advertise that this is a mattifying foundation, so I'm really not surprised that all this oil showed up. But despite that little fact, it's a really good foundation, and I definitely recommend it. But if you're oily girl, you just have to put in a little more work. So yeah, that is my critique for this. But I definitely will be buying some more because I love the feel of it. And because I'm used to being oily, I'm used to blotting, I'm used to powdering. I have to do that with most foundations, so it's not a big deal. So out of 10, I give this foundation an 8. And that's a really high score for any foundation. But anyways, that is it for this first impression video. Thank you for watching. Please follow me on Facebook at least, but I am now on Snapchat. I'm just now getting the hang of Snapchat. I really didn't know how it worked or what I was doing, so if I haven't posted that much, that's why, because I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But I will be posting more regularly now, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, all my social media. I'm also on Pinterest. I'm always on Pinterest because I love pinning recipes and stuff like that. So if you're on Pinterest, then definitely check that out as well. Is there anything else? Oh, I have a lot of videos coming up for you, a lot of tutorials. I just went shopping today, so there's definitely going to be a haul coming up, but I'm waiting for a few more things to come in the mail. And yeah, so I'm done with this first impression / tutorial, and I will see you next time on Diamonds Living Lovely. And remember to always live lovely, and thank you, love some, and peace. Be easy. Bye.